Welcome to Great Americans. In this episode, we shine a spotlight on one of the most inspiring voices of early America, the great black preacher, Harry Hoosier. His passion, faith, and fearless preaching left a mark on history that still echoes today. It was the late 1700s, and a young nation was finding its footing as revival fires were spreading across the land. It was the time period known as the First Great Awakening. Harry Hoosier, better known as Black Harry, was born in this time period as a slave in North Carolina. Harry was later sold to a man named Henry Goff. Mr. Goff had a profound effect on Harry as he regularly assembled both whites and blacks together for morning and evening prayers. Harry never learned to read or write, but he memorized many verses of Scripture as well as many hymns.
Harry, you have worked for me long enough. I am granting you your freedom. You will no longer be a slave.
What? You are? I don't know what to say. Thank you, Mr. Goff.
What are you going to do with yourself now that you are free, Harry?
I will be forever thankful to you for telling me about Jesus, Mr. Goff. I'm going to use my life telling other people about Jesus.
In 1772, a Methodist minister named Francis Asbury began traveling around America preaching about Jesus. In his extensive travels, Reverend Asbury often brought along traveling companions who were preachers themselves. It was then that Reverend Asbury had an idea.
Harry, I have heard you preach, and you are truly a gifted speaker. If I can find another horse, I'd like you to come with me and spend about 6 months preaching in Virginia and the Carolinas. I know it would be a blessing for people there to hear you preach.
I would be honored to accompany you.
In the spring of 1781, Reverend Asbury's vision became a reality as he and Harry traveled together to Virginia and preached at a meeting there. Reverend Asbury preached first, and then Harry preached on the parable of the barren fig tree. People sat and listened with great interest.
I do declare that was the best sermon on the Bible I have ever heard.
Wasn't that black preacher inspiring? And he never looked at any notes or a Bible or anything. He had all of those Bible verses memorized, word for word.
From this small, seemingly insignificant beginning arose one of the most influential preachers of early America, black or white. Dr. Benjamin Rush, who was one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence and one of the most important founding fathers, was impressed by Harry's preaching.
In spite of not being able to read, Harry Hoosier has to be the greatest speaker in America.
Harry became the first black preacher to speak throughout the South. He bravely preached there, even though he was a freed slave, and many there were slave owners.
I just heard that Harry Hoosier is coming to town.
Oh yeah, pretty much everyone has heard of the Reverend Harry Hoosier. He actually draws larger crowds now than the Reverend Francis Asbury.
Harry Hoosier had grown up working hard on a plantation, so many of those same kinds of hard-working people came to hear Harry preach. Now, some of those were very rough people, and when they got saved, their lives were drastically changed.
Hey, Silas. The big question is, are you going to join us at White Horse Tavern tonight? And are you going to tear things up like you did last weekend?
Sorry, Elijah. I don't do that kind of thing anymore.
What do you mean you don't do that anymore? What happened to you?
I got saved, Elijah. I went to a revival meeting with Harry Hoosier, and I asked Jesus into my life. I am a new person now. I don't do that stuff anymore.
So you're one of those Hoosiers now?
A Hoosier? What do you mean by that?
That's what they call people that get converted under Harry Hoosier. You're a Hoosier now.
Harry began working his way out to Indiana Territory. So many people in Indiana got saved that Indiana became known as the Hoosier State, and it still bears that nickname today. The people of Indiana should take pride in having the most distinctive state nickname in the Union.
Today in the state of Indiana, Hoosier the Bison is the mascot for Indiana University. Where did they get the name Hoosier? It goes all the way back to the Reverend Harry Hoosier from the First Great Awakening.
And without the First Great Awakening, there is no independent America. I mean, Founding Fathers said that, John Adams said that, Benjamin Franklin said that. Well, who's a great leader in the First Great Awakening? Harry Hoosier.
In 1794, during George Washington's second term as president, Harry Hoosier founded the African Zoar Methodist Episcopal Church in our nation's capital, which was in Philadelphia at that time.
Our church in Philadelphia is not only a place for believers to meet, but we also assist the Underground Railroad in helping slaves reach freedom in the North.
After his death in 1806, Harry was buried beside the church he founded. Harry had traveled tens of thousands of miles preaching Christ throughout the young nation, winning thousands of lost souls to Jesus. If you're going to talk about black heroes who had a major impact on America, Harry Hoosier certainly should be included. Yet most people in America have never heard the story of Harry Hoosier. Thanks for watching the Bible Brick Channel. If you liked this video, please click like and subscribe below. And check out our other videos. You can find links to all our videos on BibleBrick.com. That's Bible-Brick.com.